Hello everyone, welcome to another series with Adela the analyst. In this video, we'll be working with the PostgreSQL database. Our task is to try to remove duplicates from the data sets. In our last video, we looked at how to load the PostgreSQL datasets with a CSV file. But in this video, we shall be looking at how to remove duplicate entries from our database. Okay, and so we'll be considering a series of combination of cities, row number, drop table, alter table, drop column, rename, just to ensure that we remove duplicates. It is important to state that there are different means of removing duplicates. One way could be to drop the table and load the table again from scratch. However, in this video, we'll be looking at this combination. The first step in our series is to create a city and use the row number function to identify the duplicates. We'll also use the city created to create a new table called sales fixed. Thirdly, we shall be dropping the existing or the original table and also try to remove the additional column created. And finally, we can decide to rename the table to our desired name. This data set can be downloaded from my GitHub, and also the SQL query code for this task can also be downloaded. But without wasting much time, let's dive into our PG admin. The name of our table in this exercise is sales duplicate. So let's call up our table. Select all from sales duplicates. Okay. All right, so we can see that the total row for this data set is 3141 as against the 1047 from the original data sets. This simply means that we have entries that are not required in our data sets. Okay, so we'll be using a CTE and the row number to identify where the duplicates are coming from. Okay, so let's create our CTE. The syntax is wait with your desired name. I can use CTE underscore duplicate just to demarcate it. Okay. All right, so in my CTE, I would like to select the entire table and also introduce a Windows function called a row number. Okay, the syntax is row number, open brackets and close brackets, over, then partition by the unique identifier, in this case, sales ID, and order by, I can also use my sales ID to make the order. And I can alias my row number as row underscore number. All right, so I'm selecting this from the sales duplicate table. Okay, so let's run this to see how this table looks like. Okay, so we have an error. All right, so our spelling for from is wrong. Okay, so from okay, so going to the end of the table, we can see a new column called the row number. All right, so the row number helps us to identify where the duplicates are coming from. And we have also used the sales ID to partition the row numbering. Okay, so looking at this table, we can see repetition for the sales IDs, 10101 coming up 3 times. 10102 also coming up 3 times. Okay, so this means that our row number will appear 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for each of the sales IDs. Okay, so what we need is just one of the row number. So we can use the where function to filter out the exact row number we need. If you try to use the where function, the where syntax here, where row number is equal to 1, this will return an error because the row number does not, the Windows function does not work except in a city. And so let's remove that and let's conclude our city statements. Select all from the new name we have now is city duplicate. All right, so we can use the where function here to filter out the exact item we need. Row underscore number equal to 1. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, so going to the last column, we can find that we have just one coming up in the row number, and the sales IDs, no more repetition, all right, no more duplicates. So we have a total count of 1,047. And so this is exactly what we need. So the next thing we need to do is to create a new table. Create a new table of your choice. So we can create a new table using our city create table. I can name it sales fixed, okay, or sales underscore fixed, depending on your choice. Sales fixed as okay. So I'm creating it from the city. So I'll just copy out all the city code and paste it in my create statement and run that again. All right, my table has been created. All right, so let's run that. Select all from sales fixed. Okay, so this is our new table. But in this case, we have a column called row number, and so we don't want that column in our table. So what we can do is to alter the table by dropping that column. All right, so alter table sales fixed, drop column row number. Okay, so let's cross-check what we have just done to see if we have successfully dropped the column. All right, so the column is no more there. Okay, and so um we can also drop the original table. And finally, so let's drop the original table. Always ensure that you are careful before you use this function. Drop table sales duplicate. Always be careful before you use this function so as to avoid losing your data, all right? So drop table sales duplicate, and that's gone. And finally, we can rename our new table to our desired name. So okay, so alter table. Our new name is sales fixed. And so we can rename it to our choice. I can say sales new. All right, so this has been done. So let's cross-check this. Select all from sales new. Hola. And so this has returned us with the status of our original table. So this is it. So just like I said from the beginning of this video, there are a series of methods that we can use to, you know, remove duplicates. One could be dropping the original table and importing the data set from scratch, or using a combination of methods, just like I have used in this video. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this. Um, Thank you for watching. Do make sure to like and share, and I would love to read our comments at the comment section. All right, thank you. Do have a lovely day.